Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my page. Thank you so much for being here. What's going on? I'm Jade. If you're new here, this is a quick one, guys. So Meghan Markle is still trending. Like I absolutely love that for her. She's still trending. The show is still the talk of the town. Okay, and the haters and the derangers are keeping up with age-old act of if you can't beat them, join them, or if you can't beat them, just take credit when that was not really what you were planning to do. But we're not here for the derangers, we're here for the household enemy. Okay? The household enemy being Mr. Thomas Markle. Imagine my non surprise, because I wasn't surprised at all. Like I knew that this was going to happen. I knew that whenever she has something going for her, whenever it is a huge success, they always somehow find Mr. Thomas Markle to come and do an interview, and also Samantha. A few weeks ago, I believe it was, or earlier in the month, I actually saw a story about her brother granting interview and also bashing her show and smearing her show. So this is what I have come to expect from this family. But one thing that this family continue to expose is the racism. We're going to talk about that in a minute. You know, is the racism that exists in this family, number one. And number two, just outright hypocrisy. Okay? Because these same people who are here making sure to contact Mr. Markle, making sure to contact Samantha Markle, making sure to contact the half brother whenever they want to have them smear Meghan's name. But these same people, if this situation had been, if this had been somebody else, if Meghan Markle had been somebody that they actually like, do you think that they will be applauding Mr. Thomas Markle and Samantha Markle and all the other Markle people? Do you think they'll be doing that? Absolutely not. They'll be ripping them for shreds. But because it's Meghan and they don't like Meghan, so it doesn't matter. Meghan is like open season, anything goes. And that's what I see. And and the thing is that they have been able to succeed. They have been able to like get away with it. The toxic British media have been able to get away with this level of bitterness, this level of wickedness, this mode of conducting business. But this time around, they're not. You know, they're not. The thing that they will not tolerate with anybody else, if this had been anybody else's family members who are actively coming out to like smear their names, smear Meghan, they would have already been out bashing their family members and shaming them for betraying. But because it is Meghan Markle and she's the goose that lays the golden egg, so it's open season and anything goes. It is sad. It is quite frankly disgusting behavior. And a lot of these people, they don't believe in karma, they don't believe, but it will. Whether you believe in karma or not, it will come to you. And this is why I never ever take anybody seriously, right? Who, during the later part of their years, maybe whenever they are getting ready to go and meet their maker, they'll start talking about some of the mistakes that they made in their early year during their prime. They start talking about all the things that they did that they probably shouldn't have done. I don't pay those people any mind, because my thing is, even when you were doing those things, even when you were making those decisions, you knew exactly what you were doing. You did it anyways because it was beneficial for you to do it. So don't come crying to me now, pretending as if, oh, you just had a come to Jesus moment and now you're changing. I don't believe that. I think it's complete BS. I think people say that because they're trying to like Maybe they think, oh, maybe I can just make things right, at least with the people that I offended. Now that nobody's checking for me anymore, this can just be another way for people to remember me and I can go viral. Or maybe they later on in life, they believe there is such a thing as the pearly gate, and they want to make sure that they are allowed into the pearly gate when they finally meet their maker, when judgment time comes for them. So, but people like that, I never take them seriously. I look at them and I just scoff, because ultimately everybody know when they're doing bad things. Everyone knows. Okay, when you decide that you want to keep doing it anyway, that is also a decision that you made as an adult, as someone who was able to make such a decision. So anyways, I went on a tangent. Mr. Thomas Markle is back. And Mr. Thomas Markle is back, and he's back to bullying his daughter. Listen, no. Anyway, let me just keep my mouth shut, okay? Because let me keep my mouth shut. I might go back to what I want to say, but yeah, he granted an interview to KNlFE, but I tried to go on KNlFE to look at it. It's kind of behind paywall. I'm not giving KNlFE a dime. Okay, so I'm just going to read from other network recapping what Mr. Thomas Markle said to Daily. They're paying. They're paying the Thomas and Samantha for this interview, and as a result, they have to make their money back somehow. KNlFE, and so what they do is that once this interview hits, so once these interviews are once they are uploaded to their website, they put it behind a paywall so that anybody who wants to see the interviews, they have to pay. Because remember, they also pay these people allegedly. They also pay Mr. Markle and and Samantha and any other person in that family who is jumping on the anti-Meghan train, as a way to make money these days. Meghan, your back has to hurt, okay? If I were a chiropractor, I would have volunteered my service to you to give you free massage every week, because your back, all of these people that you are looking after, that you're caring for, that you are supporting financially, which obviously it wasn't what you wanted, it was not a deal that you made, but you are, by virtue of you simply existing, you have become the breadwinner, you become the one putting food on the table for these people. So your back has to really, really hurt. If I were a chiropractor, I would have offered my services to you, free of charge, FOC, because you, my darling, you are doing the Lord's work. You are taking on so much that you didn't bargain for. You didn't ask any of this. You didn't ask for any of this, So yeah, Mr. Thomas Markle is back to twist the knife that he had already stabbed, He had already stabbed her before, so he's back to twisting. He comes in every now and then. Whenever he's short on money or whatever, he's trapped for cash, he will come out and grant interview and then, meaning, twist the knife some more. And it's so interesting how people expect Meghan to forgive this man. And do you know what I'm thinking? I'm looking at this situation and I'm just wondering, even the KNlFE, even all these other hateful media, toxic blogs or whatever, they are anticipating this man's death, okay? Because this man is 80 years old now. He's obviously not going to live forever. But they are anticipating his death because they want to see what happens. They want to see if Meghan Markle will attend his funeral. And they also want to see how the son, is it Thomas Jr.? They want to see Samantha Markle. They want to see how Samantha Markle and the boy, the other guy, the man is a grown man. They want to see how they react. I will not even be surprised if Samantha Markle picks a fight, gets physical with Meghan. If Meghan is going to attend that man's funeral, she better go with a bunch of security, because I would not be shocked that Samantha might want to physically attack Meghan. That will not surprise me one bit. If ever there comes the news that, oh, Samantha and Meghan were in the same space and Samantha became aggressive and attempted to like physically attack Meghan, it won't surprise because she's psycho, she's crazy, she's weird. And she's obsessed with Meghan as well. Like, she's one of those people now. She used to be blonde and now she's like brunette because everybody wants to be like Meghan. The bitterness, okay? And this man loves his daughter. This is the man that wants anybody to believe that he loves his daughter. A man who does not mince what, who does not miss any chance to smear his own daughter. He doesn't miss an opportunity to do that. Yeah? And that's the man that people want me to believe loves his daughter. Such baloney. Such baloney. So let me go ahead and hold on. Let's go ahead and read this. So it says, this article basically says, Meghan Markle's gran is turning in her grave over name change, and wild Latchkey kids claim slams Meghan's dad over Netflix show. So he's saying that Meghan Markle's grandparents are turning in their graves. Why? So the article says Meghan's dad has issued a damning verdict of her new show. Thomas Markle, 80, accused his daughter of faking it for the cameras and trying too hard to stay in the limelight in a withering review of With Love, Meghan. That's rich, right? Isn't that rich coming from the same man who allegedly has been paid to come and slander his daughter's name? That is rich. So the article says, in the second episode of the series, Meghan fired back at the U.S. office star. It is so funny too that you keep saying Meghan Markle. I'm Sussex now. So they made such a big deal of this, but who cares? In response to this, Mr. Markle told the Mail on Sunday, "My mom loved Meghan very much, but she will be so disappointed to hear that Meghan no longer wants to use the name Markle. Sir, if you were my dad and you treat me the way you have treated Meghan, I wouldn't want to, even without marriage, I would not want to associate myself with your name either. After everything that you have done to your daughter, after the way that you have betrayed your daughter, you have some nerve talking about how, your mom would have been this and that. Your mom would have been very disappointed to hear that Meghan no longer wants to use the name Markle. You, sir, have been a disappointment. You have completely destroyed whatever relationship that you could have had with your daughter. You have destroyed it. So yeah, cry me a river. Isn't it amazing how these people like to play victim in the circumstances that they created? Upon everything that this girl did, even after you sold her story prior to the wedding, she still begged you to come, but you lied that, you were going to have a surgery because you didn't want to face the world after you were exposed for selling your daughter's story to the media. And it is still the same media that you're still running to, or you're still accepting to grant interview for a fee. You are not ashamed of yourself. Like, seriously, who wants to be associated with that? Who wants to proudly answer the name Markle when their father is out there destroying and stabbing her in the back every chance that he gets? You're out of your mind. So he continued and he says, my mother was proud to be a Markle, so am I. Meghan never had a problem with the Markle name until she met Prince Harry. until you decided to betray your daughter. That's more like it. Mr. Markle has not yet seen the full show, but has watched various clips. At one point, Meghan claimed she was a latchkey kid who grew up eating TV dinners. And she says, I grew up with a lot of fast food and also a lot of TV tray dinners. It feels like such a different time, but that was so normal with the microwavable kids meal. However, Mr. Markle claimed Meghan lived with him full time from the age of 11 until she went to university at 18. The idea Meghan was a latchy kid and troubled Mr. Markle, who says he would personally pick Meghan up from school every day or send a car to fetch her if he was too busy. He admitted they occasionally ate TV dinners, but asked which family doesn't. And money was never an issue, Mr. Markle added, claiming they would eat out at least 3 times a week. And despite Meghan's mom, Daria, being a great cook, the Duchess of Sussex didn't show a great deal of interest in cooking as a child. So that's what Meghan Markle's father is wanting you to know, that he's so disappointed that his daughter is saying this and that. It is so pathetic that this man will stab his daughter on the back the way that he has done. Like, this man has no integrity. This man has no integrity. Like, basic human decency is like unheard of as far as this man is concerned. Like, I am so sick to my stomach. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment. Like, and it's also, somebody said, hold on, somebody said she's a married woman. Exactly. So this man wants his daughter. Thank you for actually raising that point. So this man wants his daughter to continue to answer her last name, even though he has not given her any reason to be proud of her last name. Okay, he has continued to betray her every chance that he gets. But beside that, this woman is married, and if she's choosing to now bear her husband's name, her husband's last name, she is actually well within her right to do that. But that tells you that this man is willing to jump on the bandwagon of hate, of his daughter's anti-hate train, of the people of the anti-hate Meghan train, right? Anti-Meghan hate train, I should say. So this man is willing to jump on that bandwagon because he has an audience that he must appease. He has an audience that he must please. That the concept of his daughter answering or choosing to let go of her maiden name and take on her husband's name, last name, is an issue for this man. Like, that is so wild to me. And he's talking about it from the way he's saying it. It's not even his own father that is a Markle. It is his mother that's a Markle. So why is that your problem? If your mother's a Markle and you answer your mother's maiden name, normally people are supposed to answer their, like, traditionally. Okay, I know that's not always the case, but traditionally, aren't you supposed to answer your father's family name? But again, Jesus goes to show you how much of a Judas this man is, willing, more than happy, to betray his own daughter just to appease the people who are actively looking to smear her name. The fact that this man is happy to play along, okay, the fact that he's happy to play along in the rage, the anti-Meghan rage, really tells you there is no love in his heart for this girl. No love, not a single one. If this man if this man finds somebody that is willing to, like, do whatever to his daughter, as long as it doesn't link back to him, I have no shred of that in my mind that he will do it. Okay? I have no shred of that. Somebody says she wants her name to match her children. It doesn't even matter whatever reason she has. It doesn't even matter, even if she just wakes up one morning and say, I want to change my name. Especially after everything that they have done to her, the audacity, the sense of entitlement that this awful, disgusting 80-year-old man has, that makes him think he's onto something, betraying his daughter the way that he has betrayed her, number one. And number two, claiming an ownership in spite of everything that he has done, wanting her to continue to maintain his name, to keep his name, his last name, after everything that he has done to her, after the level of betrayal. Like, this man has betrayed his daughter in the worst way possible. Like, awful, awful, awful. And then this man, in spite of everything that he has done, still wanting to claim some type of ownership. Like, it is so wild to me. It is so crazy. So yeah, like I said before, I will not be surprised that this man, when this man dies, because he's not gonna live forever, okay? When he dies, I will not be surprised if Samantha will try to start something with Meghan. I don't think that's ever gonna happen anyway. I don't think she's ever gonna succeed, but I won't be surprised if she tries something with Meghan. But the sense of entitlement of this man is like, whoa. It's unbelievable to me. It is wild to me that after everything that this man has done to his own daughter, he still feels like she owes him her last name. And who gets mad when your daughter decides that she wants to adopt her husband's last name? Who gets mad? Like, who gets mad about that? Do you know who? Somebody that is trying to play to an audience. Somebody that is trying to play to an audience who already doesn't like Meghan. That's who. That's who get mad. That's who makes such a big deal about his daughter taking her husband's last name. Like, he's such a failure. Mr. Markle is a failure as a father, and he really should be ashamed of himself. Okay? He really should be ashamed of himself. Oh my goodness. Anyways, guys, he was also angry. He also expressed, like, disappointment in the fact that he hasn't met Meghan's children. God forbid. God forbid. Meet them to do what? The sense of entitlement of this man, it's something else, you guys. It really is something else. It's crazy. It's wild. But anyways, again, what was I saying? There's something that I wanted to say. Kind of lost my train of thought about this. But yeah, Meghan, just continue to stay the hell away from this man. He's bad news, and you have made the right decision. I don't know anyone in their right mind who will get angry that their married daughter has chosen to take her husband's name. Like, the only person that will get mad is a calculating, conniving snake. Yeah. Knowing that the audience wants to hear him take that position. Knowing that there is a segment of the population that want to hear him rag on his daughter, that want to hear him bully his daughter, that want to hear him complain about the fact that the daughter is now answering her husband's name. The daughter has taken her husband's name. A snake, a betrayer, somebody that can never be trusted. That's the person that will jump on that bandwagon and be making a fuss about his own daughter taking her husband's last name. Like, make that make sense, because there is no sense in this at all. This does not make any sense. But a snake who is trying to jump on the bandwagon of hate, a snake who's trying to give the haters what they want, a snake who's trying to, like, appease the haters, by jumping on the anti-Meghan train is the kind of person that will express such a sentiment that doesn't even make any sense. And if those haters, if they were not so consumed by their racism and their hate, yeah, do you know, any normal person will be like, what's your big deal? Why are you getting worked up about this for? That's her husband. Whether you like her or not, whatever you think of her, it is completely her choice to take her husband's last name. So why are you making a big deal? Even haters, if they were not so consumed with hate, if they were not so consumed with their racism, that's the reaction that they will be having to this, and questioning why Mr. Thomas Markle is getting worked up about something that he shouldn't be getting worked up about. Talking about his mother will be rolling in the grave. Like, this is just wild. This is crazy. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here. Like and share. I'll catch you later. Bye.